Hi, my name's Mel Reid, and I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you about Stevie Chan's and his brilliant Thrive program. I went to see Stevie because I suffer with I went to see Stevie because I suffer with sleep disorder, sleep deprivation. I haven't, over 25 years, I've been unable to sleep properly. And ultimately, I've used medicines, both medical and homeopathy, but none worked. In exasperation, my partner said to me, "Go and see Stevie." He helped my daughter with her smoking problem, and she gave up smoking. When I went to see Stevie, it was amazing because it was exhilarating. He's easy to talk to. I was put at ease immediately, and we discussed the course, and he showed me what was expected of me. Quite a lot actually, because you expected to read, you expected to think, and then he came in, and every week we spoke for an hour and discussed the issues. Even after that first interview, I went out feeling good. So it was I didn't hesitate at all to sign up. The first week, I started with a bit of trepidation because I had read the first few chapters of the book that he gave me, and I thought, whoa, this isn't quite what I was expecting. But what it did do, what it did do, it dealt with everyday issues and how I thought about everyday issues. And I suddenly realised that, in fact, you are limited on how you think, because everyday issues, there are certain commonly held views about issues, and I subscribe to all of them. Weight, people can't lose weight because they have a weight problem, because they eat. There's a big bone. People can't give up smoking because they're addicted to smoking. It's pressures from outside, under stress. So as a consequence, what they do is say, I can't give up smoking, and therefore there's no reason to. What Stevie showed me was, in fact, it's all about thinking. It's about thinking. If you think you can't give up something, you can't give up something. If you think you can give up smoking, eating, don't give up eating completely, but reduce your eating, you can do it. So the insight, what happened was that he gave me, throughout the 6 weeks, he gave me an insight into my own beliefs. He showed me that I was heavily dependent upon accepted views in society, and that I responded to them positively. Yes, this is right. It must be. It says so in the paper. And yet I'm sort of fairly well educated. And even I was confounded by these issues. The fact that people are victims, or they see themselves as victims, when in fact it's up to them to change their way of thinking. So one of the interesting things I think about is that most people say to themselves, will tell you that they actually have read a book and it's affected their life. Many people, it's Catcher in the Rye. For me, it was Ragged Trouser Philanthropist. And I thought that, and I will tell people, or I would have told people, that it changed my life. But when I look back on it, it gave me food for thought, but it never changed my life. I never ever reacted to it to really change my life. And that was a shock. And I suddenly realised that having speaking to Stevie, he pointed this out to me. You know what to do, but you don't do it because your thought processes are all wrong. And so I did it. So the thinking allows me to take control of my life. By looking at issues the other way around, I can take control of my life. I don't let other things affect me. I've stopped being self-critical. I have always been self-critical, but I've stopped being self-critical. Because why? I never looked at my positives. I always looked at the negatives. Never gave myself, as Stevie would say, a pat on the back. Because I've had negative thought processes. If you ever go into a car park, as I do, and you can't find your car, or if you lost your keys, what happens is, oh, I've lost my keys in Debenhams, or somebody's stolen the car. Big panic button, and yet then what happens is you go, oh, hang on a minute, the keys are in the other pocket, and oh, yes, actually the car's parked over there. So you say, whoa, why did I panic? Now I don't panic, I just think to myself, hang on, no, the keys are here, and oh look, yes, it should have, I was actually round the corner the car's parked. I parked here, yes, last week. So that's the answer. So what I've been doing is I now highlight the positives, not the negatives. In fact, I reduce the negatives, and I see myself as a much more positive and active person. I don't worry about small things anymore. There's no point. I don't worry about the past so much. I don't worry about the future anymore. I always used to panic, how am I going to pay my mortgage? Worry about the present. It's the present. I can deal with anything that's hangover from the past. And I can plan for the future, but don't get obsessive about it. I no longer get obsessive about the future and not being able to pay off the mortgage. I can do something about that now, but let me do things myself now. Let me have some sort of immediate pleasure. So, what are the benefits of doing the course? Well, the important thing is that I changed my way of thinking. I reject negative and positive thoughts. That's the crucial. I reject negative and unhelpful thoughts. I keep in my head the view, look, is this thought helpful? If it isn't, change it. If you can't change it, bin it and bring another thought in. So important. I'm much more relaxed. I'm much more approachable. I don't get angry anymore. I don't even get road rage. And I was really big on road rage at one time. Language has changed. I don't use can't because I can. Don't use can't cope because I can cope. I don't use the term, and I do things. When people invite me somewhere, I go because you get the pleasure that I wouldn't have got if I didn't go. Most people go places, and yet when they say, I wish I'd gone, I'm so glad I came. Then, so finally, what were the effects? Well, the most important effect of this course is that I've adjusted that I have a sleeping disorder. I can't sleep. 2, I can't sleep, deal with it, and I do sleep now. Sleep for England. Weight loss, I'm losing weight. Blood pressure, which I used to suffer from, has reduced. So all in all, there have been other effects. I've dealt with the main issue, and I've dealt with other issues, and as I say, if you want to make changes in your life, go and see Stevie. He's the man.